Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today's question is question number 6. I don't have my guests in my studio today, so I'm just going to carry on. Ramona had never visited Niagara Falls, but she could appreciate their splendor through the descriptions of others. And there's a blank after splendor. And we've got 5 possible words: vicariously, heedlessly, innocuously, mystically, voluminously. Ramona is obviously a person reading a book, and she's never visited the Niagara Falls, but she's able to appreciate, understand their beauty or their splendor, and the way she appreciates is what this word is telling us. How does she appreciate it? And we have these 5 adverbs, words describing the word appreciate. And she does this through the description of others. And really there's the clue, through the description of others. So if we quickly look at these words, voluminously, look at the word inside voluminously, and you can see it's the word volume, and volume's got something to do with size. So turn up the volume on a radio, and if something's voluminously, you mean in a huge amount. So usually this is the concept, this is a word used for if you have a really big and thick book. We say the book is voluminous. Mystically, well, the best way to think about mystically is the opposite of mystically is probably scientifically. If you're capable of understanding something, that's probably scientific. Whereas if you're not capable of understanding how something, so if we started off with something, became something else, then if we understood the process, we'd call it scientific, and if we didn't understand the process, there was a kind of a big black box in the middle, then we would call that mystical. So she's obviously read something, so that she's read a description, so it can't really be mystical, so that's clearly wrong. And it doesn't tell us how much she's appreciated, so we could say that's not voluminous. So we're left with innocuously, and if you look at the word inside innocuously, you can see that you've got this innoc, and that looks a bit like innocent, and that's really what innocuously means to understand something in a very innocent way. Heedlessly, the key word there is heed. To heed something means to take care of, or to make sure you understand something. So if we sort of think of an example, here's a little cliff and there's another mountain on the other side, and we have somebody riding a really super duper motorbike, and he's a daredevil chap, and what he's going to do, he's going to leap from here to there, and he is heedless of the danger of dropping. In other words, he doesn't care. So, but she could appreciate their splendor heedlessly. That doesn't really fit. And then we're left with vicariously. So the other 4 can't fit, so this must be the answer. But what does vicariously actually mean? Vicarious is to have, to feel something without to have the emotions that go with feeling something without actually partaking in that thing, without actually doing that thing. So if somebody else does something and you just read about it and you feel how they feel, that would be vicarious. So there's a concept in law called vicarious, it's an R there, liability. So imagine there's a really big, huge company, and it's got an owner at the top, and it's got lots of employees who work for the company, and one of them does something that's very bad, and they get taken to court, and in court the judge says what you did was wrong. So the employee is responsible, but the employer, the person who owns the company, is also liable, responsible, vicariously. The employee has actually done the wrong, but because they are responsible vicariously, they also feel the full heat of the law. So the correct answer here is vicariously. I'm just going to quickly give you the hadith for today. I'm just going to have to rub this out. And I'm just going to quickly give you the hadith for today. I'm trying this. So today's hadith was about khamr, and in Arabic there's word khamr, and khamr is alcohol, which is made from grapes. So here's a bunch of grapes, and if you make alcohol from that, that's called khamr in Arabic, khamr. And khamr is haram, so something that we call illegal in Islam. And the hadith basically says that anything that intoxicates you or befuddles your mind, so if you're thinking clearly, then that's okay, but if you drink something and your mind is all a bit confused, you can't really see very clearly, then that also is a khamr. So while in the Quran it's clearly said that alcohol is illegal for Muslims to drink, anything else that resembles alcohol in the way that it makes your mind befuddled is also defined as khamr or alcohol, and that would also be haram. Okay, that's the end of today's video. Thank you very much, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.